Title of this video: When the vacuum cleaner salesman is at your door.
The house salesman symbolizes in a way the function of all salesmen, which is to bring goods or services to the attention of the consumer and to help the consumer buy. The good salesman helps the buyer. The measure of his success is not how many sales he makes, but how many customers he satisfies. Such salesmen are
The vacuum cleaner is at the door. The vacuum cleaner. Now, I've had several people ask me about this because at this particular moment there are corporations and government and employers that are saying you must buy a vacuum cleaner or else your job is history. You're done. You're out. So it's real simple. Just buy a vacuum cleaner. So what do you say? How do you handle this? What needs to be done for those individuals that don't want to buy a vacuum cleaner?
HM is very prompt, for here he is. Yes, it's a he, as George suspected. Good afternoon, Mr. Sutton, says Peggy as she lets him in. Hello, is this not HM? Or is Mr. Sutton a pet name she has for him? Ah, now we're beginning to understand. He's come to service for Hoover. There's nothing wrong with it, says Peggy. It's wonderful, really. We've had it 20 years. I should think that's a record, isn't it? But while he is examining the cleaner, Mr. Sutton tells her there are plenty of Hoover electric cleaners still functioning well after 20 years. But of course there have been plenty of improvements since then. Has she ever examined a new model for herself?
Yeah, there's plenty of improvements. These vacuum cleaners are insistent that you need a new vacuum. You need a new vac. They're at many doors right now trying to sell their vacuum cleaners.
Run along for her to have a look at. Peggy is so interested that she doesn't notice that George has arrived home in the middle of the afternoon and is tiptoeing perfectly up the garden path. He seems very self-conscious, as though all the neighbours can see him. He seems to be very anxious not to make a noise as he lets himself in.
Okay, here comes reason. The vacuum cleaner salesperson has entered the door of many homes and many jobs and many employers are now insisting. So what do you say? Well, here's my thought, or thoughts, plural. Hold your ground and just simply say to the vac cleaner, salesperson, no, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. Now, what if they go to the next level and say, you will be terminated? What type of termination do you want? Termination of a job? Or termination of your life if you buy the vacuum cleaner? So what I have said is this: just simply hold your ground, no thank you. Apply for the objections, the conscientious objections, whatever they might be. Folks are telling me there's two types, medical or religious. Apply. Remember, it's their game. See what happens. Try to work it on their level with their game. But what if it doesn't work? Well, what if it doesn't work and they're insistent? You still hold your ground. What do I mean by that? If it is said you will be terminated if you don't, you still hold your ground. What do you mean? Then you wait to see if it's given to you in writing. In writing. Not verbal. Now, why do I say that? Because there's a phrase that you need to be aware of. It's called manufacture of consent. The salesman wants you, the consumer, to consent, to say yes. Now, the salesman or saleswoman can employ any tactic upon you or me to get you to say yes to the vacuum cleaner. Now, one way to do that is threats. Threats. I threaten you. You must buy this vac. You must. And what I say is, hold your ground. Keep saying no thank you. And if it means termination, then you wait for it to come in writing. Not a verbal, not a threat. And you document it with your camera, your cell phone. I know a lot of people don't have cameras, but if you're in this situation, it might be good to get yourself a camera. Why? So you can record the whole thing and let them know, hey, I'm recording this encounter. Why are you recording it? Well, I want it recorded so when I submit an appeal, all the facts can be brought out correctly. Now you throw the fear into the salesman. Here's you. There's the vac salesman. Now you throw the fear in. you are not getting it, and if you are to be terminated, it will be done properly, and you will get everything in writing. Otherwise, I'm saying no thank you to the vacuum cleaner salesman. No thank you to what it will do to me. No thank you. No thank you, Mr. Salesman. No thank you, Mr. Salesman, a vacuum cleaner salesman. Hold your ground. And if it's going to be a dismissal, it will be done correctly in writing. Now, once again, you must keep your cool, all right? Keep your cool. Don't flip out. Don't get nasty. Just hold your ground. And maybe you can retain your position, your employment, because they play a lot of poker and bluff. You might say, well, they're not bluffing, they're not bluffing. How do you know? Unless it's in writing and done properly and correctly. You still have your position, and they want you to consent. They want you to agree to the sales because they're selling it to you. They're showing you all the features, and once they've shown you all the features, if that don't work, they threaten. So the ultimate goal is to get you to agree. Oh yes, that vacuum cleaner right there is just so nice. And I should have one in my home. I should have one in my body. The manufacture of consent. It goes all the way back to when mass media became mass media. And Walter Lippmann knew what he was saying. The purpose of the mass media is to get you to agree. Just don't agree. And hold your ground. So, once again, if you got to the end of my videos, there's always a big thank you. Because I'm not good at making short videos. And the videos I make come out of real life stuff. Meaning, I've had conversations with 3 individuals with wonderful jobs, positions. And the vacuum cleaner salesman or saleswoman is in their home right now trying to get them to buy, guess what? A vac. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. End of video.